What's going on, everybody? Your boy Man up here back at you with one more video again today. Now, I want to start this video off by saying I'm not going to read this article because of YouTube's censorship. So what I want y'all to do for me is read as I scroll along. And I'm just going to talk about a generalization of what I read in this article. Now, here's an OnlyFans lady who basically did the unthinkable by join. I'm trying to think of words I'm trying to censor myself because I know me, I'm straightforward. I like to say what's on my mind. But with this article, I know YouTube censorship. So with YouTube like the censoring everything, it's best that I try to come up with different words here, different phrases. Now, this lady here joined OnlyFans by the name of Kristina Lisina. If I said her name right, I probably didn't. But anyway, 29 years old. Regretted a lot of the decisions that she made. She decided to do OnlyFans and she decided to do adult entertainment. She realized what a lot of us guys have been trying to inform women about, which is do not do this because you're going to regret your decisions later on. So what she ended up doing was basically taking her own existence. She's not living anymore by jumping off a 22nd story building. Jumping off 22nd floor, I put it like that. And when she decided to do that, basically she was informing everyone, don't do it. Don't do this stuff. What men have been trying to tell women. Matter of fact, there was a lady, I started to do a video on her, but I didn't. But there's a lady that was targeted in my hometown of Houston, Texas, who is an OnlyFans girl. A man that she was getting money from on OnlyFans, I guess he took it serious, like they was in a real relationship, and he was stalking her. And she is no longer existing because of him. And he was from Miami, Florida. Well, he was from Florida, I know that much. I'm guessing Miami. But anyway, what we are trying to say here, ladies, is y'all love to say that men don't protect you. Men do protect you by trying to educate, trying to inform you, letting you know the decision you're making is going to have some harsh consequences, maybe sooner than later, or maybe down the road, a little bit later down the road. It all depends on your life journey. But and a lot of ladies who was in the adult industry that's now not in it do come out and say, look, I don't want to do this no more. And try to inform other ladies not to do it for whatever reason. That's a form of protection. So what men are trying to tell y'all ladies is, whatever decision you make is going to be consequences. Whether those consequences are good or bad, you're going to make some you're going to suffer the consequences. And what I mean by suffering consequences by your own decisions, let me give you a personal, true story. One day, I'm at Walmart in my hometown of Houston, Texas. Me and my buddy. We finna go in and, get some stuff because we finna watch the game. So we finna get some food to cook, some chips, some drinks, whatever. So he goes over into the meat department. Well, I thought he went over to the meat department. I go over into the drink department, to the drink aisle. Getting some drinks. Next thing I know we pay for everything. We getting ready to walk out. Go to the house, go enjoy the game. And Walmart security pull us back in, talking about we stole money. I'm like, no, the hell I didn't. Blah, blah, blah. I showed him the receipt. I just bought this here, blah, blah, blah. He's like, no. My friend had went over to the sporting goods section, stole some money out the register, and because the law in this country, in a lot of places in this country, I'll put it like that, if you're with someone who commits the crime, you're accessory to the crime. What I'm trying to say here is this. I had to suffer for something I did not do. My choice to go to the store with my friend, I don't know if he decided to do that right off the whim or if he had this planned or what. I don't know. But the point of me making the story is sometimes you're going to suffer for making the right choices. You're going to suffer bad consequences for making right choices. And sometimes you're going to suffer bad consequences for not doing anything at all. So my point of my story is you have to be careful in the decisions that you make because it can come back on you one way or another. Now, this lady did what she did. She ended her own existence. She's no longer with us because she wanted to have a family. She wanted to be the typical family woman, husband, kids, you know what I'm saying? Live the American dream, I guess you could say. But then she realized by doing what she's doing, her life decisions, she's not going to get what she basically wanted. There is a super slim chance that she's going to get what she wanted. Now, what made me think about this as a form of protection that men try to give women is, I was watching a video on YouTube, and this lady was talking about men protecting women. She listed a whole bunch of ways that men protect women and told women a bunch of ways that they can protect their man. Now, when I had my wife to watch that video, I told my wife, I said, we do protect women in a whole bunch of ways. I said, the number one way a man protects a woman is trying to educate. But women always fight with us, and we get frustrated, and we say, you go ahead and do what you do then. And then when things happen, you get mad, and then you want to come back to us to try to protect you or say we wasn't protecting you, when technically we was. Give an old cliche example. If I tell my daughter, don't go walking outside at midnight, bad things can happen. Of course, she's not going to listen. She's going to go out. She's going to go play with her friends, blah, 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 whatever she's going to do. Now it's midnight. She come home. Something happened to her. Now she's upset, scared, all that good stuff. All these emotions are going to go through her. My form of protection was informing her not to go out at midnight because things could happen. But you don't listen, you want to be rebellious and fight back, and then get mad when certain things happen. What I'm trying to say right now is this. Ladies, when men tell you that this and that could possibly happen to you, we are telling you because we go out into the world, we experience certain things, so then we come back to our household, our community, we come back to the women and children and say, look, this is what just happened. So then we're trying to letting you know, don't do this because this and that just more than likely will happen to you. Just, there's a slight chance that something won't, but why take that chance? Like these women who do OnlyFans or get into the adult industry, we try to tell them you're not going to be happy because the world is going to perceive you a certain way. And of course, we're going to get that old saying, I don't care what nobody thinks of me, which is a damn lie. We all care about what someone thinks about us. We all do. We all know that's a damn lie. So, when, for example, now what I just told you, my personal story, now I'm perceived to be a thief when I didn't steal anything. So that does bother me when I try to go get certain jobs, when I try to go to certain events or whatever. I can't because of how I am perceived. Even though I didn't technically do anything, but that's how I am perceived. This is why I tell ladies, if you do certain things, even though you could have possibly just did it one time years ago when you was young and naive, didn't know no better, people are still going to say nope because of this and that. For example, I did a video a few months ago about a adult entertainer. I'm using that word lightly. Y'all know what word I'm substituting that for. She said that now she can't even go get a job because of how people perceive her. I don't care even if you change your name. You use a stage name. People have ways to figure out who you are. Somebody might recognize you, or people have ways of figuring out who you are. So this is why I tell people, be careful what you're doing because later on it's going to affect you. And you're going to wish that you didn't do it, like this lady right here in this article. So everything that I'm saying right now betrays into what this article is talking about. Like I said before, I'm using different words and terms because of YouTube's censorship. They like to censor everybody. Can't say this, can't say that. I'm thinking about doing a video about that later on in the future, but I'm going to leave that alone right now. So, this lady in this article decided to take her own existence. She is no longer with us because she got into the adult industry and into OnlyFans, and she realized her lifelong dream is not going to happen. As you can see right here, she wanted to have a family and be loved. But by her doing the things that she was doing, let me scroll back to the top. By her doing what the things that she was doing, you're not going to get, well, I ain't going to say not, but you're not going to get the things you want the way you want it. Put it like that. Because you are now perceived, have a certain image in the eyes of people, in the eyes of this world, and you're going to hate what you have become. You might love it right now, but you're going to hate it later on. For example, I'm going to give another example. What I mean by that is, but you might like it right now, but hate it later on. You get with a man, you love him to death. You feel like this is your soulmate. You're going to be together forever until the end of time. So what do a lot of women do? I ain't going to say most, I ain't going to say every because I don't know that to be true. But what do a lot of women do when they feel that way? They go and get their man's name tattooed on them. And then what you end up doing, once you find out it's not going to be what you thought, you're going to regret that tattoo. So you get it removed or you get it covered up or whatever. That's what I'm saying. Right now, you love it. But later on, you're not going to love it. And I'm telling you, ladies, this is a man's form of protection by trying to educate. Ladies, you have to let us educate because men do go out into the world. Men do go out and experience these things. So our job is to come back and say, look, this is what just happened to me. I don't want you to suffer the same consequences. Don't do this. So with all that being said, I am finna go ahead and end this video. This is your boy Man Up. I'm Junkin' the Deuce. And RIP to Kristina Lisina, if I said her name right. I'll holler at y'all.